Right, we've done this side now. So half of the jack raft has been infilled. So what we need to do now is do the other side, but before we do it, I'll show you timber for the hip. It's got belly. So what we need to do, we need to straighten it up, and basically what we'll do, we'll just we'll cut one of the jack rafters, longer ones, somewhere near that middle long, by I don't know what is it, by 10 mil, and we'll force it back where it is, and then if we got to, we just adjust. So again, we'll start from this side. We'll infill these, so when we do the other side, we can match, so it doesn't so it all flows, so there's no, you know, no rafters which don't meet, because it does look nice when it does meet. Obviously not always you'll be able to do that, but in this case, as garage roof and got nothing to worry about in terms, as you can see, this gap is bigger, so that's because the other side where the hip finishes, that's why it worked out like that. So we'll have the same on this side. So in theory, if you want to, you can cut to either side, double up this middle one or triple it. We might actually do it if we got enough timber, might as well. So it infills that gap. But yeah, you don't have to. If we'll have timber, we'll have a look, we might be infilling that, but yeah, so we gonna get on with this side. As I said, I'll measure it all out, mostly ignoring this one, because that is not 400, that's 3 something 50 or whatever it is. So I'll go 800 from this one that way, and then 400, 400, 400, 400, 400 till we get to the end. And again, then we'll just mark through with the square on a hip where the rafter should be on this side, and we'll just measure from the central one back again and put our marks from center to wherever that works out. So yeah, right, I'm gonna grab the tape measure and start marking these out. So we've done this side as well, jack rafters, so all we got to do, managed to straighten the hip as well, which is great. As you saw, I wedged the timber in, so all we're gonna have to do is finish these few, and then get definite answer on what we're gonna have as a fascia and soffit, how much we need to trim rafter ends off, but we'll do that once we obviously infill, then we speak to customer and see what he would like to do. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying it, and I catch up with you in a bit. we are now on to forming our soffit and fascia. So customer has decided to have it slightly fancier than your normal square soffit like an existing. So we have the soffit going on end and return in, so angled, and fascia board also in the front. So I've trimmed this side, and today we're going to be doing this. Main tools I use is just a couple of nails, level, and the string line in this case. So I would put where my marks are, just mark off the side of the beam, two ends. Whatever your distance is, put two nails in, put your string line through, and use string line as your line to mark with your level down. Because you could use less level, but because it's so sunny, you're most likely not going to see it, and yeah, it's just not going to work out. So hence why I would suggest you in these sort of conditions use the actual string line. Then you actually can crack on. So yeah, so first we're gonna set up the string line, same distance to what we have here, and we'll crack on with this. So I hope you're enjoying it, and I'll catch up with you in a bit. I'll show you how I put this string line. So I have it slightly above the roof rafters, because sometimes you will get a belly in a rafter, and this could push your string line either, you know, left or right, and distort the line. So by having it slightly above your rafters, you'll make sure it is you know, straight line, just 3 mil. And then when I do it, I offer my level. When I mark down, I offer my small level, and just so it just touches, it doesn't push, but it touches the actual string line, but doesn't pushes it. So it's just there, like spot on. And yeah, and then I mark it down. Next step for us will be cutting all down. Also worth mentioning is handy if you can get bandstands with boards. It will make your life easier. As we got so much to do, not just cutting the actual raft ends, but putting blocks in to take soffit, it just makes it easier, because yeah, we're spending a lot of time there, and it saves you again time, and time is money. So and it's just easier to do it this way. So yeah, that's where we are, and yeah, I'll catch up with you in a bit. Hi everyone, just a catch up. So next step what we're doing is gonna be felt. The only reason why I'm not doing fascia board and soffit is because it's not here yet. At the time when we before we actually started, we weren't sure, or customer weren't sure what they would like to have, and they decided to have a green oak as well. So we didn't order, so we have made that order now, but obviously it hasn't come. So ideally you would do your fascia board and a soffit. It's just easy if you need to get in to, you know, to support it, whatnot, without having it being in the way, the felt. But now what we do, also we don't have felt support trays, which annoyingly I forgot to order, but they are on the way. I've ordered them, so we're gonna start fitting felt. So we'll sail over felt about 100 millimeters past that rafter end, and we're not gonna fix first 400 mil. And reason being is because we need to put felt under trays in. So we're gonna be sort of, it will allow us basically to finish off once we got our felt trays in. Yeah, that's on me. I forgot about them, to be fair. So yeah, so we'll get it weather tight or weather tight-ish. We might have to look at these two things, which I just noticed I've forgotten about, is to finish these two ends. So we might have to cut two sort of returns on a rafter to fit another one in, so we can finish our fascia and soffit. So we will need to do that, but I might just get it in later. I'll get it all weathered in, so it's all done. So the same thing here. We need to add a little bit on the side, just so we can take the oak as a fascia and soffit, yeah, so we can finish that off. And then yeah, that's basically like 99% done on this structure side. But yeah, as I said, I'm gonna start felting it, and then yeah, we'll just, once the felt support trays come in, we'll fit them in. So hence why we're not gonna fix the bottom of the felt first 400 or something, just to make sure you know, that that we can easily lift up and fix them with clout nails. And I advise you to use them felt support trays, because A, acts like a drip as well and allows the water be directed in the gutter, and it doesn't allow water to get behind and damage your fascia board, and especially when it's like in timber, you don't want it to be rotting away, so it's well worth using them. So yeah, that's where we are. So we're gonna felt it, and then we crack on with the rest of it. I hope you're enjoying it, and I'll catch you in a bit.